Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Watercolor Wednesdays. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday. I need something timed out. Also I'm trying to push my watercolor kind of comfort zone, so I'm going to actually use this as an opportunity for all of us to kind of do it together. So I'm going to go over how to draw a mouth, essentially within watercolor. And I am going to have my palette over here. The palettes are great. They come all together in one. It's not like with oil and gouache and acrylic where you have to buy separate tubes of them. This one, they pretty much all come together. They're water soluble, and it even has a little brush in this set. This set's, like I said, it's really, really good to start with it. I think the one I bought here is $15. I'll link to one in the I'll link below another set that's just like it. I think it's like $15 to $20. It's really inexpensive too for having all the colors, or as a decent color palette. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to slightly touch on the top here, and I'm going to use this over here as my palette. It's already a little bit dirty, as you can tell. I'm going to actually put some water here. And I'm going to rub the brown, kind of pull some of the brown over here to one of those little palette areas. And then I'm going to use the black as well. Just kind of make it a little bit darker. Be careful because the black completely engulfs it. Has that kind of coffee look to it now. Oops, this doesn't open all the way. And I'm going to go in here. I'm not even going to start with line art. And I am going to do this Cupid's bow shape at the top. Got a Cupid's bow, Cupid's arrow. I'm going to go on this dry as well, because you can go wet on wet, but on this one I'm going to go with it mostly dry. And below that Cupid's shape, I'm going to put the underside of the lip. If you want to know more about specifically the lip itself, it's a that whole thing. I mean, I'll talk a little bit about it. There's two fat pads right here. I like to break it down. Two fatty pads in the lower lip, and then these little sections at the top, because you have the philtrum up here. I'm gonna rub a little bit of orange, put it in here. Little bit of orange, so anyways, I let that dry a little bit, and I am going to go with like darker tones. I'm probably going to go with a little bit more of this orangey brown, a little bit more of orangey brown. Throwing some more darks in there. What I do is I kind of get it to the level that I want. I add orange, add brown, and it's this sort of balance, because sometimes it gets too dark, or it gets too light, or too... See, the black just swallowed that up. I have to be careful. What I normally do is I do this, and kind of it starts vague and it gets darker and darker. I'm going to go in here and try to shape out the lip area. What would hit the light first? And that would depend. That's pretty different, depending on lip type. Well, that's there. I'm going to go over here with a wash. which was like a little bit, how do you say that? It's like the same color, only a little bit lighter, like a little bit waterier. And then I might let that dry a little bit. Going over here to the philtrum again, which is above the mouth. Okay, so let's go back in here, and that's kind of dried out in itself. And I'm going to go a little bit darker here. I'm going to take my previous, maybe put a little bit more black in there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to pick certain spots to do that in. Go to Joe Rogan's. Alrighty, I'm gonna do that, and I want to see what I can add to it. Maybe I can add some color here, some more color. There's a little bit of color, slight tint. I'm gonna get the red, put it over here, orange, mix it with the orange there. It's gonna mix into that already brown area. I need a little bit more watery. A little bit more watery. I'm gonna give it kind of a hue. Maybe let that dry out a little bit here. I'm gonna go back to just the normal kind of yellowy, the orangish. Was I saying yellow the whole time? I meant orangish. And I'm gonna really water down that orange part. Really water down that orange part. Kind of over here with the jowls, chin area. Over here to the upper portion of the mouth, that similar color. Really watery. Really as watery as I can, not as watery as I can get, but pretty watery there. More watery. Zoom in a little. I'm gonna wait till that dries a little bit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go in with more black, you know, because I said one of the things about this medium that I both like and hate about it is I like that it is hard to use. I'm going with almost pure black. I like that it is hard to use because it kind of gives you dexterity for other sorts of painting. When you go to other sorts of painting, you'll be like, whoa, I can control it now, you know, because you kind of have to. It kind of goes and go all over. I know there's ways to incorporate Prismacolor into this, right? Watercolor pencils, but I'll do that another time. Right now I'm probably going to go through the features and maybe do like a, what do you call it, like a speed painting of some kind soon. Right here toward the center. And that's pretty close to done. I might throw a little bit more dark over here on this side. I might actually throw a little bit more red on the bottom here. Alright. Gonna put a little bit more dark. Try and go a little bit darker here. It's always my solution. Just go a little darker. A little darker. A little bit bigger on this side of this lip. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. Wait, no, it's not. Let me see. I'm gonna throw a little bit more water on this side. Kind of water it, smooth it out a little bit. There we go. yeah, I'm gonna call that one done. I mean, that's just a quick, lips. Kind of move things around. You can move things around by kind of softening this and going back in here, kind of manipulating edges. Leave those for highlights. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you next time.